Magic Johnson, the global icon. He was one of the players that defined the 80s and 90s NBA era. But when he made this announcement, it set everything into a tailspin. Today, we talk about that here on the Disturbing 90s.
It's November 7th, 1991. The Forum in Los Angeles is packed. But there's no game schedule. The air feels heavy. Everyone expects a standard injury update, or maybe a trade rumor. Then, the most charismatic man in sports walks to the podium. Magic Johnson, the guy with the billion-dollar smile, looks into the camera and says 5 words that stop the world. I have the HIV virus. In that moment, it wasn't just a sports headline. It felt like a death sentence delivered in real time to a global icon.
Well, let me say good after late afternoon. Because of the HIV virus that I have attained, I will have to retire from the Lakers today.
This video contains subject matter that may be graphic. Viewer discretion is advised.
At the time, the world thought the disease didn't affect people like him. He had to convince the public that he could stay alive while the media was already drafting his obituary. How did a single press conference change the entire trajectory of a global pandemic? Let's look into the story. In 1991, the ignorance surrounding HIV and AIDS was staggering. The general public generally feared that you could catch it from a handshake or a sweat droplet, or shared a bottle of water. When the world of the Los Angeles Lakers announced that he was positive, it shattered that "it can't happen to me" bubble. Suddenly the virus wasn't quite somewhere else. It was in the locker room of the world's most famous basketball team. The fallout was immediate. Despite support from the fans, the league was terrified. Fellow players who had battled Magic for years suddenly were afraid to guard him. There was a whisper about safety of physical contact on the court. The NBA was flying blind. There was no medical playbook for a superstar playing with HIV. Magic was forced into early retirement, not because he couldn't play, but because the world wasn't ready to let him. But Magic didn't go into hiding. He did something radical for 1991. He stayed visible. He showed up at the 1992 All-Star Game, won MVP, and then joined the legendary Dream Team in Barcelona. He forced the world to watch him sweat, watch him fall, and watch him win. He shifted the narrative from dying of AIDS into living with HIV by being open with his diagnosis. He accelerated funding for research and forced a conversation about safe sex and testing that saved countless lives. He turned privileged tragedy into a public masterclass of resilience. Magic Johnson is still here today, over 30 years later, thriving as a businessman and an advocate. He proved that diagnosis doesn't have to end the story, and sometimes it's just the start of a new chapter. It's a more powerful reminder that education is the only real cure for fear. If you enjoy this deep dive moments that define our culture and shifted our perspective, head over to upinthepast.com for more. And make sure to hit that follow button so you'll never miss a trip back through history.